Okay, let's see what we got next. This is still light news. Jake Paul loses his boxing match. Finally! It seems so easy to hate Jake Paul, but I really hate him. I mean, he's a monster. He's also the strongest guy in the world.
I've gone through a lot of phases of wanting him to win certain fights, wanting him to lose.
Yeah.
But this one I did want to see him
Well,
lose.
this one, I mean, I really, there's nobody more despicable than Jake Paul. It's almost like beta to be in that. This is why Jake Paul is doing well right now, because it's almost beta to hate a guy like Jake Paul in this day and age with all the Andrew Tate stuff and all this stuff. It's just true. Oh, yeah, of course you hate Jake Paul. So he actually is very lucky that people don't want to feel like such beta bitches that they just keep their mouth shut. But I'll tell you this, Jake Paul is one of the most vile, disgusting, sleazy, terrifying, I mean, human beings that we've ever seen. I mean, he really is just a true low-life thug. And we really wanted him to get creamed. We were going to tune in. Guess what? This boxing event, is in the British UK,
no,
right?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Same.
And here's something else. I don't get involved in Saudi Arabian stuff. This happened way too quickly. Every influencer is in like Saudi Arabia now. And they're like, oh yeah, this prince asked me to come down and he's giving me all this money and he wants me just to drop off this package back in the U.S. Why are we allowing, you should not be able to get paid from anybody from Saudi Arabia or Dubai. To me, that's like, if the guy's wearing that thing, the Schmuckers thing with the bandana, he's got the Schmuckers red and white head thing, you know? Smuckers. Isn't that what they're wearing? When Smuckers first came out, I assume they had real cloth over and a thing, and now they just kind of... They're wearing Smuckers cloths that they used to actually wrap jam in a little rubber band on, and now they've actually said that's too costly, so they just make a tin can with the print of the Smuckers cloth on it. And then the Arab guys, I guess, got access to all that old stock of the cloth, and they wear that on their head. If you're doing business with one of those people, the government, please look into them. I guarantee the business is not legit. Osama bin Laden! It's like, Jesus. So all of a sudden, we're like working with Osamas every day, and every influencer is like in Dubai. You couldn't pay me enough to go to Dubai. Goodbye. Time for Dubai. Time to die. I mean, there's a reason all these things kind of go together there. Dubai is like, you're lucky you come home and you haven't been replaced with like a clone. I think everybody who's come back from Dubai is like a clone that they've made. And the real you is somewhere deep down, covered in dirt, naked, screaming as they rip your toenails off you for info. So I can't believe Jake's in Dubai. I find this to be crazy. And they wanted us to watch the fight at 12 in the afternoon. I said, no. Fights are for the night. So we refused to buy it. And this was crazy. Keemstar did not like this. This was $11 to subscribe to the ESPN Pro. And then another $50 to buy the fight through the ESPN app that you had to pay to sign up for. That's too much. Just show it. But he lost. He got beat up. And we actually have a lot of people saw the fight. They saw he got beat up. We knew he was going to go the humble route. I always knew this. You know, his first loss, he's going to be the good boy. I just have mad respect, you know. He put a lot of work in and you can't win him. I knew he was going to do that bullshit. You know, and that's never true. Nobody is ever humble. Especially not Jake Paul. So we have this great little video of him reading a story he wrote to explain his situation. This was this just on Impulsive or
it was on Jake's podcast actually, which I've never watched before this.
And this stars Logan Paul at 3:10.
Just a bigger part of my story now, and to see who I really am, and that's kind of what I touch on here. So
this is exactly where I wanted it. Okay, so here he is, and Jake Paul, this is his statement about losing the fight, and it's a little creepy, and he's going to read it off his phone. He's prepared a statement. He's going to read it. Oh, let's take this drink. To Israel, right?
Cheers.
To Israel. Thank you. Ooh. I'm raising money for cancer too, but the money goes through me. I've raised $1.3 million in donations for this cancer fund that I started. And then I'm going to try to go out and get cancer and keep all the money.
Wow.
Okay, here is better. Jake Paul holds back tears on show after loss. Okay, let's hear his little story. You're going to like this.
See who I really am. And that's kind of what I touch on here. So this is the taste of defeat.
Oh!
So many thoughts and emotions pour through me as I...
Here, it's just this is the taste of defeat. The taste of defeat. The taste of defeat is when you lose. Have you ever seen someone do that? Where they triple you? God, I can't do it. That's what I call a triply. Where you have a presentation, a written presentation, and you hit us 3 times with the title. The Longest Tree. Here's my new story, The Longest Tree. The longest tree. The longest tree stood in the deepest, darkest woods. This isn't that story about that long tree, is it? And look at Logan. So Jake's about to read. Here's Jake, brother Jake, by the way.
Logan looking like Lex.
And then Logan.
Is happening.
This is deep, bro. Bro, we can't always win. And that's the good part about us. No, I thought the winning was the good part. Bro, losing, actually, you're more of a winner. And more of a boxer. There's actually a part here where Logan goes, dude, the second they announced that Tommy Fury won, I was like, I'm going to fight Tommy Fury and avenge you, bro. And I think I should. And Jake goes, you? And he goes, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was my thing.
Okay, but they have already a scheduled rematch, contractual. This is the weirdest brotherhood I've ever seen, by the way. The way that they go about all these things is so strange. Okay, watch this.
This is the taste of defeat. So many thoughts and emotions pour through me as I lie here in complete silence hours after losing in one of the biggest moments of my life. But is it really a loss? Only time can tell. But boy, the taste of defeat already is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with. It's confusing, lonely, and embarrassing. I didn't do my best. I know I'm capable.
Wait. That's Jordan Peterson's ebook. I'm actually working on an ebook right now for this publisher who died. Guess the show. I'm working on an ebook. My publisher died. I didn't really care as much about his death as I did about the future of my ebook. What show am I referencing that I love? Okay, here's Jake, brother Jake.
Had to deal with. It's confusing, lonely, and embarrassing. I didn't do my best. I know I'm capable of more. And I think that's the most frustrating part. Knowing that I wasn't at my best going into this fight with all the things that I had to deal with. I guess this is a
Maybe I was sick going into the fight and couldn't do anything about it, and I was getting a cold and had 3 coughs. Oh, so it's more of an excuse poem about the loss? Was it a loss? Time will tell. It's like, no, it was a loss.
Time told.
That I wasn't at my best going into this fight with all the things that I had to deal with. I guess this is a reality check that I'm not some superhuman that can persevere and use my mental fortitude to fix everything.
Before this, he thought he was a superhuman. Which so did I. Because he was.
Dealing with sicknesses, elbow injuries, traveling across the world, my legs feeling weak on the day of the fight.
Oh.
In fact, my mental fortitude has now bit me in the ass. I'm so hell-bent on moving forward with everything that I do, even if sometimes it's not good for me. I'm learning more from this loss than all of my wins combined. And maybe that's where the silver lining lies. I know the universe has a plan for me, and a very important one at that.
I know the universe has a plan for me, and a very important one at that. You know.
So when the Matrix has a plan for you, that's bad. But when the universe has a plan for
Why
you,
aren't you guys
good.
anti-universe if they're controlling you? Sheep to the universe. You know, how do you know this universe you're in isn't a woke PC lib universe? There are other universes. But you follow
So
the rules of this.
trusting.
I really despise people who say stuff like this. I mean, you really got to be a psychotic monster to think the universe has a special plan for you. You know, and you just keep hearing this stuff every day. Every fucking YouTuber, every comedian, you know, the universe just wants me to be the biggest star in the world. So it's like, no way. And it's only a delusion. When you hear people say this, it's a great delusion. It's actually something you should go, whoa, the universe has a plan for you. What about me? No, just you, huh? Okay.
Sometimes it's not good for me. I'm learning more from this loss than all of my wins combined, and maybe that's where the silver lining lies. I know the universe has a plan for me, and a very important one at that. And so I'm hoping to find peace in knowing that this is for the greater good of my own life. I'm a bit lost right now with so many thoughts crossing my mind. Will this loss truly motivate me to train even harder and come back with a vengeance? I feel like I don't want to go in public. How will I continue to make the amount of money that I so desire for myself?
How do I continue to make the money that I so desire for myself? You know, you used to read a poem like this that you wrote, and you would be beaten to death by everybody. And now they're just like, he's pretty mature. No, he's gay. How dearly desire, how will I make the money I so desire for myself? What? Listen to this.
I don't want to go in public. How will I continue to make the amount of money that I so desire for myself?
That you desire?
How will I continue to make... And that's not like a nice thing to say, by the way. Ding dong! Dude, that's very deep. Yeah, how will you get the money that you desire? Yeah, very deep. Logan over there. Yeah, for sure. Facts. The money you desire. No. You've got enough money and you've been desired. Yeah.
How about that?
You're fully desired.
Your desires have been met.
Yes, desires met. This is over desiring. And this was supposed to be an apology loss statement. Not how. And why is he writing like this? Why is he writing as if he's doing like a prayer at a bar mitzvah? Listen to this.
I don't want to go in public. How will I continue to make the amount of money that I so desire for myself? How does this affect the next couple of months of my life? I feel so alone, even though my family, friends, and supporters are showering me with love and praise and telling me how
And then the next day you'll make fun of him and be like, you alone, loser, haha. And he'll be like, I'm winning every time. Well, what about the time you said you've never felt so alone? That's bad. You're not supposed to. I've never uttered those words, and I've been in very hellish situations. I've never uttered, I've never felt so alone. That's really bad to feel so alone with this many people.
So alone, even though my family, friends, and supporters are showering me with love and praise and telling me how good I did. It doesn't seem to help much. I know this was a great event and that there's so many positives that happened tonight, but it doesn't seem to make me feel any better.
No positives.
One side of me feels like this is going to turn me into absolute savage that goes even harder in the gym and takes the sport even more seriously than I already did. I didn't think that was possible, but maybe it is. The other part of me just doesn't know.
Look at Logan. Bro, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to think deep. You think this is cool? Is this mavericky?
And what are you so worried about? It's fine. You guys are going to get the money. I promise.
I know. You have the money. Why don't you spend it first and then get more money for the desire?
What's next? It doesn't know what it wants and is second guessing the plan I had for myself. I guess this wouldn't be the first time all of my plans got derailed. LOL. I guess this is why they call it the loneliest sport in the world.
And there's a drawing attached to this, too. He did a crayon drawing for this, too. And his mom stapled this together on 4 sheets of paper and pinned it to the fridge. Did you hear Jake's losing assignment? Did you see Jake's drawing? Isn't that a nice drawing?
I know the universe is putting me through this test alone so I can find my inner love and strength deep down.
NLO?
I do love...
So you could find your NLO? I think that's what he said. NLO's back, baby. I knew it.
Oh my
He wants to
God.
find NLO. Nobody likes onions.
me through this test alone so I can find my inner love
NLO. He mumbles. But there it was.